Hello, hello, hello. I am Divine Radiance, and welcome to the Divine Radiance podcast, a sacred space for real conversations about faith, healing, and awakening. Here we blend spirituality and psychology to help you remember who you are so that you can walk boldly in your divine purpose. I would like to take a moment to sincerely share my gratitude and my appreciation to each and every single one of you who continuously tune in to this channel, to this space, so that you can receive the messages that God shares with us each and every single episode. I am so blessed to have you here, and I do not take that for granted. So, I wanted to pause on this week to sincerely share how grateful I am that each single week, not only do you guys show up, but you share comments, you share the videos with other people. Some of you send me text messages encouraging me, some you send voice messages. So I'm just so blessed to have such a support system. And I am truly grateful to God for each and every single one of you. For those of you who are new here, welcome to this family, to the Divine Radiance family. I am so blessed to have you here, and I do not take your commitment and you showing up here for granted. And as we sit here on this week, I want to talk about support system. Hmm. What is a support system? Right? And do you have a support system? Because some of us, life has us life has us feeling as if we are on an island by ourselves. And oftentimes, we may be connected to people, we may have friends around, we may have family around, but we feel like we are not supported. We don't feel supported, we don't feel loved, we don't feel like we have anyone in our corner. And you know what? Oftentimes, these are purposeful seasons in our lives. Purposeful seasons in our lives. God orchestrates us to be alone in certain seasons so that He can be our only support system. He can be our friend, our confidant, our everything, because we often become too reliant on people. Some of us, we become codependent. We do not make decisions without running it by other people, right? Without seeking their input, seeking validation from others. So we go through seasons where God has to strip everyone away from us. And it feels painful, but it's purposeful because it's working out for our good, right? It is teaching us that the only support system that we need is the divine. It is teaching us to be self reliant, and it is teaching us to trust God. Some of us, we don't know God, not like we think we do. Some of us, we've been Christians our whole lives. We know God as in what we've been taught, but do we really know Him? Like relationally. Because if you relationally knew Him, then you would never think that you were alone, right? The Bible has so many scriptures that details how God is our companion, our friend, right? A friend in need, our confidant. He's a mother to the motherless, a father to the fatherless. He heals the brokenhearted. And so the support system that we crave is within us and in God and not outside of ourselves. Does it feel good to have support of others? Absolutely. However, God's support is all that matters, right? And so if you are in a season where it feels like you are on an island by yourself, there's no one to be found, there's no one around you, then maybe you are going through character development where God is teaching you to be self-reliant, teaching you to trust your own voice, right? Because some of us, our support system, like I said, have become the voice of reasoning for us. Some of us, we go to our support system and their words are facts. We don't even fact check. What they say goes, right? And not recognizing that oftentimes when you become so dependent on someone else's words, you are living at the mercy of them and their experience, right? Because most people, when they advise you, when they give you advice and wisdom, sense of direction, it is based on what they have experienced. This is an example I like to share. Think of it this way. If you talk to someone who's been married, who had a wonderful marriage, what is marriage like? They're going to tell you it is a beautiful experience. Go for it. If you talk to someone who went through a divorce, who had a terrible marriage, and you ask them, should I get married? They're going to tell you, run for the hills. It was the worst decision they've ever made. It is the same concept, yet you got two different perspectives. Why? Because it is based on someone else's experience. So some of us, we have become so reliant on our support systems that we are living at the mercy of their experience. Because we don't realize that the only support that we truly need is God and the Holy Spirit. When Jesus Christ left this earth, he explained that he was leaving what? Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit that's inside of you, that's your best support system. So if you have been feeling like you don't have anyone, if you have been feeling like you are on an island by yourself, I am here to remind you that you forgot about the most important support system, which is the Holy Spirit that's on the inside of you. Do you know that we all have a spiritual team that works on behind the scenes, a spiritual team that works on behalf of us to make sure that we have everything that we need? We have angels assigned to us, right? We have guardian angels, we have archangels, the Holy Spirit inside of us. We have our higher self. So we have an ample amount of support system. Yeah, we often feel like we don't because we're seeking support externally instead of looking within. Lord, what would you have me do? Holy Spirit, lead and guide me. Give me a sense of direction. This is a question that I often hear. What is my purpose? What is my purpose? When's the last time you asked the Holy Spirit about your purpose? You have support, yet you don't utilize it. So a lot of us say we don't have a support system. But my question is, do you use the support of the Holy Spirit? Do you use the support of God? Do you ask your spiritual team for your support, for help? Or do you just rely on your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your partner, your children? Because those people are great, but they don't have the divine wisdom, the tools and the knowledge that you need to lead a better life. Because each and every single day, you should wake up wanting to be better than the day before. And those individuals that you're connected to, they can't teach you, they can't help you to become a better version of themselves. Why? Because half of them ain't figured it out. So, how are you going to seek help from someone who don't even have it together? So, I need you to work on connecting with the Holy Spirit on the inside of you, with connecting with your spiritual team, tapping into your support system, because having support is essential for this race called life. You cannot do it by yourself. You're not meant to do it by yourself. God created us not to be independent, but interdependent, meaning it is us, the Holy Spirit, and all the spiritual people assigned to us, right? Those that are feeding, shaping, and molding us to be who He's called us to be. And remember that with the support system, you also got to be careful in who you're connecting yourself to, because we talked about your environment shapes your fruit, right? Do not be deceived. Bad company corrupts good character, right? And so if you're seeking support from the wrong people, where do you think that's going to lead you? All right? A question that I would like for you to ponder and think about each and every single day is that, are you an individual that you would want your daughter or your son to be like? Would you want your children to look up to you as a role model? And if that's not the case, then that means you got some changes to make. You have some changes to make, because you need your support system, the Holy Spirit, your divine team, to help you to become that individual that your children can look up to. Support is important. We all want support. We all want love. We all want care. But we want it from the right source, right? We want it from the right source. All help ain't good help. All help ain't good help. Some help will lead you right to hell, and some will lead you where the divine is calling you. This is why discernment is so important. You have to have a discerning spirit so that you know who and what you're connecting yourself to. So on this week, I want you to take a survey and an inventory on your life. Ask yourself, who do you identify as your support system? And are they someone that you would want your children to be like? So not only yourself, but those that you're calling a support system, those that you are trusting, do you trust your children to follow them? And if you don't trust your own children to follow them, then why are you following them? Because truthfully, the only support and advice and, words that you should be following is that of the Holy Spirit and your spiritual team. Because it will never lead you down the wrong path. For I know the plans that I have for your life, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. The Holy Spirit knows exactly what you need when you need it. And that's why you go to it for support. You go to the Holy Spirit. Let that Spirit lead and guide you. Tap into your intuition. That's what psychology calls it. Your inner knowing, your intuition. Be led and guided by it. And stop seeking external support. Stop seeking external validation. Trust in the knowing. Half of these people that you think are for you are not. And oftentimes we learn the hard way when all we had to do was take the support of the Holy Spirit. So, as we close this week's message, I ask you to tap in and ask the Holy Spirit to be the biggest support system, to lead and guide you in all truth, to lead and guide you in all your ways with all your decision making. Sometimes I say, God, you know your daughter is a little slow. I need all the wisdom and knowledge and tools that I can get from you. I don't want to do anything by myself. I need you to lead and guide me, and I need you to make it black and white. Because I know you like to speak in parables, but I need black and white. I need to know. So call on your support so that you don't feel like you are on this island of life by yourself. Because you have the biggest and the ultimate support system. So call on your support because they're waiting. Okay? Alrighty. As we close this week's message, I am encouraging you to like, share, subscribe, and comment. If this message blessed you, please share it with someone, comment, like, and subscribe. Your reflection might be what someone needs to move on and carry on and get through this week. As always, remember that new episodes of Divine Radiance podcast premieres every Sunday at 8 a.m. Do not forget to tune in. Please, may you walk in radiant love, anchored, awakened, and free. Shalom.